English spelling can feel like it's just designed to mess with us, right? It's like a bunch of random rules that don't make any sense. But what if I told you that sometimes there's a hidden logic, a secret code hiding in plain sight? Well, today we are going to crack one of its most common patterns.
Okay, just look at this for a second. On one side, you've got boy and toy. On the other, boil and point. Go ahead, same out loud. Hear that? They have the exact same oi sound. So, why on earth are they spelled differently? That, my friends, is the puzzle we're about to solve.
So, that's our mission. Plain and simple. We have one sound, but two different spellings. There's gotta be a rule, right? And we're gonna find it. All right, let's start digging. To solve any mystery, the first thing you need is evidence. And in our case, our evidence is a whole bunch of words. We're gonna look at them really closely and see what clues they're hiding.
Here they are, our list of suspects. We've got words like spoil, voices, and disappoint. Now, as you can probably hear, every single one has that oi sound, and every time it's spelled with an oi. So let's look a little closer.
Okay, so we know they all use oi. That's step one. But here's the real key, the clue that cracks the whole case. It's not just that the sound is there, it's where it's located. The position is literally everything. Let me show you what I mean. Let's start with a really simple one. Spoil. You've got S, P, then boom, our oi sound, and then L. See that? The oi is plopped right in the middle, just before that final consonant. Okay, what about a word that's a little bit longer, like voices? It's got two syllables, right? Voices. But look at that first syllable. There it is again. The oi is smack dab in the middle, between the V and the C. The pattern is holding up. And now for our biggest word yet, disappoint. 3 whole syllables. But check out that last part, point. Yep, you guessed it, the oi is tucked right in the middle. It doesn't seem to matter how long the word is, the position of that oi is always the same. So are you seeing it? Are the pieces clicking into place? There is a super clear, really consistent pattern starting to show itself here. I think we're ready to crack this thing wide open. All right, I think we have everything we need. We've looked at the evidence, we've spotted the pattern, and now it is time for the big breakthrough. Let's finally crack this code. And here it is. We can call it the middle word rule, and it is beautifully simple. You use OI for that OA sound whenever it shows up in the middle of a word or a syllable. And hey, this isn't just a theory we cooked up. It's a real, recognized pattern. The rule is just this. If the oi sound is in the middle of the word or syllable, use oi. So what about boy and toy from the beginning? Well, that's the other side of the coin. When that oi sound comes at the very end of a word, that's when you almost always use oi. So middle, oi. End, oi. Simple as that. Now, any good theory needs to be tested, right? So now that we have our rule, let's put it to work. Let's see just how solid it really is. Let's go back to that list of words we had and organize them by how many syllables they have. And just look at this. 1 syllable, 2 syllables, 3 syllables. It makes no difference. In every single case, the oi is somewhere in the middle. When you lay it out like this, the pattern is just, well, undeniable. This is what I'm talking about. It's not some random coincidence, it's a system. This right here is that aha moment, where a little piece of the chaos of English spelling suddenly starts to make perfect sense. And let's test it one more way. Watch this. We start with point. Oi is in the middle. Now let's add a prefix and make it appoint. The oi is still in the middle of that last syllable. Now let's add another one and make disappoint, and it's still there, holding its spot in the middle. The rule holds up no matter what. So what does all this actually mean for you? Well, knowing this little pattern isn't just a neat trick. It's like unlocking a new spelling superpower that makes reading and writing just a little bit easier. So, if you remember just one thing from all this, make it this simple little equation. You hear that oi sound in the middle of a word, your brain should just go O-I. Middle equals O-I. That's it. And why does this really matter? Well, because it demystifies a little piece of the English language. It helps boost your confidence when you're reading, and it improves your accuracy when you're writing. But really, what's cool about it is that it's a reminder that even when English seems totally random, there's often a hidden logic just waiting to be found. And that leaves us with one last really fun question. We just uncovered the secret of oi, so you have to wonder,
What other secret rules and hidden patterns are out there in the English language, just waiting for us to find them?